Modern Mountain Man here. Hey, I wanted to discuss with you real quick why I chose the 50 Beowulf for my build, Project Frankenwulf. You know, I wanted an AR-15 that was a hunting caliber for big game. You know, and there is an absolute plethora of variations between wildcats, between mainstream stuff, and so when I began my search, there was a bunch of different options I was looking at. But I narrowed it down to I wanted a big bore, and why I chose big bore over, say, the quarter bore and medium bore size rifles is, man, the terrain I hunt on, it was mainly really hilly, mountainous terrain, thick brush, and so I don't have to really stretch out the 500 yards to shoot something. So I don't need anything that's got that kind of ballistic, you know. And what I want is something that's going to be heavy and pin that thing down, because, man, I don't want to be blood trailing a bear halfway across the mountain. I want to just knock them down. Same thing with a deer. And so when I narrowed it down to the big bore variation of the AR-15, there's, you know, three main ones that, you know, are the mainstream of the big bore. I mean, I know there's lots of others. There's, you know, even things in the AR-10 that would be big bore, but when it comes to the AR-15, there's three main ones: the 450 Bushmaster, the 458 SOCOM, and the 50 Beowulf. You may wonder why I chose one over the other, because, I mean, let's just be honest. When it comes to any of those calibers, I don't think the deer or the bear is going to be able to tell the difference. But the reason why I chose the 50 Beowulf over the 458 SOCOM and the 450 Bushmaster is definitely at the time of this video and at the time of me choosing the caliber, when it comes to ammo cost, the 50 Beowulf was the most affordable. Another reason, just simply the 50 Beowulf is bigger. I know it's only a little bit bigger, but hey, it's a 50 cal, right? Another reason, actually a little more specific to the cartridge, why I like it better, is it's got a rebated rim that's a little bit more rebated than the other two calibers. You know, that rebated rim does something where it provides more wall thickness on the bolt, which creates more strength for the bolt in your system there. You know, in addition to the rebated rim, one of the things that I like about the 50 Beowulf cartridge is this: it has a straight wall case. It's not necked like the 458 SOCOM. And, you know, where the advantage is in that is there are some states where you can't hunt with centerfire rifles with neck cases. You can only hunt with straight wall cases, and somehow or another that's considered similar to a pistol caliber, even though it is certainly a rifle caliber. You know, another thing that I like about the 50 Beowulf is just the cool factor. It's just cool to say you own a 50 Beowulf. Beowulf, the legend of Beowulf, who he was, man, he was a Grendel slaying beast, and so that's just a lot cooler than saying Bushmaster, or, you know, SOCOM's kind of cool, but just the cool factor of saying 50 Beowulf. You know, another reason why I chose the 50 Beowulf is I actually live not far from Alexander Arms. I mean, their office is literally 10 minutes from my house. Now, I'm not so Beowulf biased that I can't acknowledge some of the benefits of the Bushmaster or the SOCOM. In fact, here's what a few of them are. One, if you're a reloader, you know, there's just a plethora of options for the projectile you would put in your reloads, because it's a 45 caliber, and there are a lot of 45 caliber handguns. Therefore, there's a lot of 45 caliber bullets that you could use in your reloads. Also, another benefit to the SOCOM and the Bushmaster is that, you know, if you like to shoot suppressed, there are many more 45 caliber suppressors out there than there are 50 caliber suppressors. Another thing is, because Beowulf has been held as a proprietary caliber to Alexander Arms, which I have a feeling that will change soon, because they changed on the 6.5 Grendel, and I happen to know Bill Alexander is no longer going to be with Alexander Arms, and so that might change some of their marketing strategies. So that might change, but as of present, there are much more aftermarket products for the SOCOM because it's not a proprietary caliber. You know, so those are just some of the aspects that are beneficial to both of them. You know, all three of them were invented for original purpose of use, not as much hunting, even though that's a pretty incredible purpose of use. But all of them were built with the purpose of use for military use in situations where they were doing road checks, and you know, these guys were driving into these road checks with bombs in the cars, and they were telling them stop, stop, stop. Well, of course the terrorist isn't going to listen to you, and they drive right into the road check and blow everybody up. And so they're sitting there tapping them with their 5.56, and they might stop the driver, but they're not going to stop the car. Well, the nice thing about these 3 big bore calibers is they can penetrate an engine block. That's a purpose of use that I probably will never have to access, but if I do, I've got it. You know, if you chose one of these 3 calibers, the Beowulf, the 450 Bushmaster, or the SOCOM, and if you got a reason why you chose one over the other, or you just chose one just because you liked its name and it was cool, just drop a comment below and tell me why you chose it. Until next time, this is Modern Mountain Man saying God bless you and go take your mountain.